Good morning. On this week's installment of The Professor Helps, I'm going to talk to you about why you're awesome. That's right, you. You watching this video, why are you awesome? So first, I'm going to ask you to take some action. Take out a piece of paper and write down reasons you think you're awesome. It's hard, right? The first thing you want to say is like, I'm not awesome, shut up. Or you're starting to write stuff down, which is great. Either way, this is something that will help you because we tend to be dismissive of our skills and the things that we have to offer to the world. So recently I was battling a round of Imposter Syndrome. Just one of those times when you don't feel super confident, you're not ready to face the challenge, and Imposter Syndrome tries to sneak in the door and say, hey, you don't know what you're doing. Hey, who are you to try this? And I have learned to beat back Imposter Syndrome by saying things like, I am Jennifer Haston, and this is what I'm doing. And I haven't done it yet, but watch me. I'm going to do it now. I don't know about you, but there are definitely times when tried and true things do not work for a difficult time. And so at that point, I usually will start to reach out to my friends, trusted advisors, people that I care about and trust. And one of the things that a friend of mine in one of my groups came up with that I absolutely love is balcony people. We all have balcony people. These are people who are cheering in the balcony, and they're gnashing their teeth when things go badly for us too. So they're there for us in the difficult, and they're there for us in the good. And so these are the people that I reached out to say, why do you think I'm awesome? And I know it feels like why would you ask that question? Well, the truth is that we don't always see each other, we don't always see ourselves as clearly as other people do. I'll give you an example. So Jon Acuff is an author that I really love, and he wrote a book called Do-Over. And in Do-Over, he talks about identifying your skills, identifying things about yourself that you don't really think are skills because they come very naturally to you. Whereas someone outside of you is able to look at you and say, oh my gosh, this is something you're amazing at. And then you'll start to see a pattern emerge. And so this is not really about patterns. This is more about having a kudos file. I believe that everybody needs one, even if you are the most confident person in the world. Everybody has low ego days. Everybody has those days where you feel like you cannot do anything that you set your mind to, let alone everything that you set your mind to. And I think that we all need a why am I awesome file. So I encourage you, after you watch this video, to send text messages, emails to your friends and say, look, this isn't urgent, but I would really like it if you tell me why I'm awesome. And I know it feels pride swallowing. It feels, like why would I ask somebody that? And that just sounds so ugh. But the truth is that you're only asking them to do it one time because you're going to keep it and put it in a file. So when that imposter syndrome jerk shows up, you can beat him down. And you can be like, look at all these things that these people said about me that are obviously true because they have no reason to lie to me. And the truth is I think you'll be really humbled. At all the things that you're awesome at. And the truth is that people see you a lot more clearly than you see yourself. And I think that it's a good exercise, especially as we are heading into a new year, to think about the things that you're good at and not just to focus on the things that you want to improve. So specifically, ask the question to your friends and people that you trust, and maybe even work colleagues that you have a friendly relationship with. Why do you like working with me? Why am I awesome? Or what makes me great? How do I add value? These are things that you can ask questions, ask it in whatever fabulous way that you want to put out there. But the main thing that I'm interested in your takeaway being is that you know that you are awesome in your own amazing way. So do me a favor, and as soon as you're done with this video, go ahead and write your own list. I definitely recommend that you write it down because there's a lot of science to back up that something coming from your brain to your arm, to your hand, and writing down on paper, it just has a little bit more weight. You believe it a little bit more. And if you're tempted to not write something down, like I'm good with budgets, go ahead and write it down anyway. Something that I had pointed out to me over and over again is that I'm a good coach. Seems like that would be a given considering that I'm a coach and a manager. I did need that to be pointed out for me. And once that started to form a picture of a common thread of many, many things that I do well, it was very helpful for me to know that that's something that's a natural gift. I don't even think about it as a gift because I love to do it. I do it like I breathe. I can't help myself. I literally have to tell people, do you want advice or do you want comfort? Because I'm full of advice. I love to give it. And sometimes it's really, really hard to be quiet and not give advice. However, sometimes that's exactly what people need. And that's something that I've learned. While coaching is a very big strength of mine, it's not always what people need. So it's something that I got out of my asking people why you're awesome list. So again, go ahead and write your own list, come up with at least 5. And then at the same time, reach out to your friends, say, look, there's no time limit on this. I need to know, why do you think I'm awesome? And I'm telling you, it's gonna feel like so difficult to reach out, but do that, because I think you're gonna be really surprised and gratified to learn what your friends think about you, why you in fact are friends. And I think that it's important to remind yourself of that, because we all have those days where our egos are low, or we have a self-esteem day that isn't great. And I think that it's great to have a place to go where you can look that up. I call it the kudos file. Some people might call it the I'm awesome file. Go ahead and drop me a comment and let me know what you decided to call it. And then let me know how it goes for you. I really want to interact with you. And I want to remind you that that's right, you watching this are awesome. So ladies and gentlemen, that's my message today. This has been The Professor Helps, and I'm the Professor, signing off.